I'm referring to the statement made by MCA Vice President and Deputy Minister of Youth and Sports, Senator Gan Ping Sieu, yesterday in various press and portals, saying that he regrets the government's decision on the sports betting issue. It's a U-turn, as he said. Contrasts with the statement made by the MCA President and the MCA Deputy President, who respects and welcomes the decision made by the government to retract the license for sports betting. Gan was saying that he said gambling was rampant in cybercafe as well. A lot of illegal gambling in cybercafes. He calls on local councils, especially in Pakatan control states, to properly enforce guidelines on operations of cybercafes. As that it was only in Pakatan states there are cybercafes. What about Johor, Negeri Sembilan, Melaka, Pahang, and so on? Are there no cybercafes in Johor? Of course, I can agree that illegal gambling in cybercafes are rampant. I asked the questions in Parliament last week, and the answer I distributed to you, on whether the Ministry of Home Affairs, whether the police aware that a lot of illegal gamblings in cybercafes. Okay, the answer that I got was, of course, they said that they took it seriously, and as of last year, not last year, this year alone, from January to April 2010, the police have made 4,509 operations serbuan terhadap cybercafe, di mana seramai 1,685 orang telah ditangkap. Of course, this is considered serious. Okay. What we want to say that is the operations on illegal gambling on cybercafes are the works of the police, are the responsibility of the police. Of course, we also urge all local councils, including those in Pakatan states, to come up with stricter guidelines in giving out licenses to cybercafes. There must be guidelines and ways to discourage those cybercafes from becoming a virtual casino. Of course, right now we know that a lot of illegal cybercafes are basically virtual casinos. You can play all sorts of games in those cybercafes. You don't have to go to Genting Highlands. You can play baccarat in cybercafes. You can play roulette in cybercafes, blackjack, and so on and so forth. Any kind of games is available in cybercafes. Virtual casino. It's just that you don't have a person to give you the cards. You have somebody on the computer screen. I mean a virtual casino type. But these are the works of the police. The police must be bold enough to take actions. Of course, we know there are a lot of illegals gambling here. So if going to the logic used by certain BN leaders, including MCA leaders, because there's a lot of, including Gan, because there are a lot of illegal gamblings there, therefore the government should legalize it. So I'm asking Gan and other MCA leaders who support the sports betting issue, whether they are also calling the government right now to legalize gambling in cybercafes, since there are a lot of illegal gambling in cybercafes that they cannot control. So are they taking such a position? So that's my questions to Gan. Number two, Gan Ping Sieu is very adamant in his position on sports betting. He feels strongly that the government should legalize it. And as a deputy minister, this is not in line with the decision took by the federal government. So if he feels strongly about it and he thinks that the government decision is wrong, he said the government lost a golden opportunity to legalize sports betting activity. I'm asking him, as a deputy chief, whether is he willing to let go his deputy minister's position. If he is such a principled man that he took his stand seriously. He had a very strong stand on this issue. I respect that, but if you really hold to your principle, then he should relinquish his post as a deputy minister. since that his deputy minister also a backdoor appointment. And as I mentioned, we have welcomed the position by the government to retract the sports betting license. And finally, the government agreed to our argument that it will bring more harm than good if the government legalize sports betting. Okay. Any questions on this one?
Maybe just to clarify, you're asking him to relinquish his position, but what is really the relation?
No, what I meant is, because right now he said the government lost a golden opportunity. I mean, his position is the government should legalize it. But right now the federal government has taken a position not to legalize it. So I'm saying that if he is, he feels so strongly about it, then as a principled man, politician, then he should relinquish his post. Because, I mean, the government make a decision that is not in line with your own position. So if you feel strongly that you think that the government has made a wrong decision, then it's no longer tangible. I mean, tangible for him to stay in the government. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not asking him, but I said, if you feel strongly about it, why don't you relinquish your position to make a strong point?
I'll just add a bit on the local council's issue. I think Gan Ping Sieu in his statement has misdirected his call to control cybercafes to the local councils. Local councils only got the authority to issue business licenses, and local councils definitely did not issue licenses to virtual casinos. Okay, they issued licenses to normal business premises, and local councils can only raid, confiscate equipment, and then after 2 days, when the people come and collect their equipment, they actually have to return the computers to the owners. They have no right not to return the computers. So this is the extent that the local councils can do. You raid, 2 days later you return the computers. Okay, that's what the local councils can do. What the Gan Ping Sieu should actually be directing his criticisms is that he should ask the police to step up their enforcement. It's actually a federal agency's job and not the job of a local council, because local council does not have the powers to prosecute these parties for illegal gambling, for operating a virtual casino.